channel. Today I just wanted to talk a little bit about me having, I was born with laryngeal papillomas in my vocal cords, but I wasn't diagnosed with it until I was 3 years old. And at the time in Puerto Rico, there was only one doctor who treated it, and my mom decided that to go see him and blah blah blah, and she found out that he had treated many cases in Puerto Rico, but each child that he treated had consequences of some sort that it affected the way they lived their life, in a sense, if that makes sense. So my mom decided to come to Chicago, and she found out that there was a specialist in Chicago named Dr. Hollinger, and she decided to come, leave everything behind, and just come. And so we came. I had my first surgery when I was 3 years old, and I remember bits and pieces of it. After that, I started having surgeries every 3 weeks. And then as I grew up, it was like every 6 months, then it became every year, then every 2 years. And then they were gone. So to backtrack a little bit, my mom found out that I had them because when I was younger, I didn't really have a voice. I was whispering all the time. And for you guys that don't know what laryngeal papillomas is, they're wart-like tumors, and for me, they're my vocal cords. And so basically they grow and grow, and they affect my voice. They affect the way my vocal cords work, how well they can work, and it also affects my breathing. And so I'm 22 now. I've had 28 surgeries in my whole lifetime, and growing up, it affected me a lot. I was bullied or made fun of in school a lot because of it. They used to say my voice sounded like a man, or I sounded like I was sick all the time, and like they were just constantly making fun of it. Kids can be cruel sometimes, and it really, really affected me. My self-confidence went like whoop, down, and it made me feel like I was disformed. Like I felt like my outside matched my inside. I felt like I was just disformed. I wasn't normal. I always felt like I was just an outcast, and definitely didn't help that they used to mock me all the time about it, and just grew up like not wanting to speak because I didn't want people to comment on my voice. And sure enough, every time I met someone new, they would always be like, "What's wrong with your voice? Why do you talk like that? You sound like you're sick. Are you sick?" "No, this is how I sound." "Yeah." And so each surgery was hard. I basically grew up in the hospital pretty much. I was always there. I had lots of laryngeoscopies, which is where they stick a camera down your nose all the way down to your throat to see the papillomas and what's going on and how your vocal cords are functioning, blah blah blah. As a child, I hated it. I still hate it. But I remember that they used to have to like tie me up so that I wouldn't like strangle and take the scope out of my nose, or I had to sit on my parents' lap and they had to hold me down, and I would cry and cry and cry because I hated it. And the surgeries, like I dreaded it so much, but it was really hard. It was hard on my mom, seeing her daughter go through that, because they said I wasn't gonna live past the age of 5. They said I wasn't gonna live a normal life. I wasn't gonna be able to do sports. I wasn't gonna be able to sing. I wasn't gonna be able to do all these things. And basically, I wasn't able to do a lot of those things. I always wanted to be able to sing, and it used to bug me that I couldn't, because I would run out of air, I wouldn't be able to sing loud and things like that. And it affected me so much. My self-esteem was horrible. But I thank God that my mom was there for me through it all, and my dad was there for me too. And without them, honestly, I wouldn't be able to be where I am now. And so at the age of 17, I think, I joined the choir, and I still wasn't confident in my voice, but I love singing. It's my passion, even though I'm not that good at it. And I never understood why it felt like I was giving it my all, and it felt like barely any noise was coming out. And it was hard. It was really hard. There was a period of 7 to 8 years where I had no problems. I had no surgeries, and I had faith in God that I was healed. And then just last October, they went to a doctor to get checked up because I was having breathing problems again, and I felt the papillomas there, like I knew they were back. And so the doctor said that I was full with papillomas again, and I had to have surgery. Not just one, 2 surgeries back to back. And I was going to be on voice rest for a month. And it was hard. I felt angry with God, because it was like, God, I thought you healed me, You said you were going to heal me. And I felt like my whole world just came crashing down, because I was fine. Yeah, my voice was like going and coming and whatnot, but I didn't want to have to go through it again. And so in December, I had the surgery. I was on voice arrest for a month, which was hard. Not to talk, by the way, because I love to talk. And that was hard. And then in February, I had my second surgery, second in the series. And then they found out that I needed a 3rd surgery. So basically they reconstructed my vocal cords because they weren't functioning. There was a lot of scar tissue, and papillomas like to go where there's scar tissue. And so only 25% of one vocal cord was working. So I had one whole vocal cord that was not working at all, about 75% of the other vocal cord. And so had my second surgery, had my 3rd surgery, and my voice was better than ever. I was talking loud. I was good. And then recently, I just, I felt it coming back. My voice is coming and going. I can barely talk sometimes. By the time I come home, my voice is gone. Like, I can barely speak. I have breathing problems, and, the doctor can't figure out what it is, and blah, blah, blah. And the papillomas are back. And that was hard to find out, that after having 3 surgeries back to back this year, they're back. And it's been something that I've been struggling with God and being like, God, why? You said you were going to heal me. You said you were going to heal me. Like, why aren't you doing it? And it's still something I'm battling with. And, it's hard. But God is faithful, and He has been so gracious with me and so merciful. And I can definitely see His hand in all of this, even though it's hard. I might need surgery again, but He allowed me to do things I never thought I would do. I was able to sing in the choir, even though my voice was not functioning properly. I was able to go to Uganda. I was able to go to Costa Rica. I was able to do all these things didn't think I would be able to do. And still working on not being so mad at God. I'm still trying to find ways to help my voice and not let it get to me, because sometimes it really gets to me and I like no longer want to hang out with people because I don't want to talk. I don't want my voice to come and go. I don't want to feel weird or feel different or whatever. And it's hard when you're like at a party or something and people can't hear you, you know. It gets to you. It really does get to you, and it hurts. It makes you sad, depressed, whatever you want to say, call it. But yeah, it's hard, you know. It's hard to know that it's a disease that isn't curable. They don't know much about it. It's very rare. It's very rare. And they're still doing research and stuff. They don't know what causes it to grow more or faster. They think maybe hormones cause it, an acid reflux, but they don't know much about it. And it's hard, but God is faithful, and you know, I'm 22 now, and it's been a long journey. 28 surgeries isn't easy to go through. They're not the end, but I have faith in God that He will heal me, that He will be there for me, and that I'll make it through. So I just wanted to share with you guys a little bit about me, the disease I have, and how I feel about it, and what I'm going through with it, and just, yeah. Thank you for watching, and thank you for being there. Bye.